I hope my screen is visible to all of you. Uh,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, thank you. So this is week 7 of Foundation of R Software, and uh, I'm Kamna Mishra from the School of Mathematical and Statistical Sciences, IIT Mandi, and this course is taken by the instructor Professor Salam from Department of Mathematics and Statistics, IIT Kanpur. Uh, so I take the classes every Tuesday, 6 to 8, and these are some links which which are accessible for the recordings. Okay. In the last class, we have gone through the sequence a little bit. So let me just remind you. Okay. So sequence is basically we take that from uh, up, like sequence is basically just a list or array of some numbers which we can define by a single syntax. We don't need to like when they are somewhere connected to each other, right? So if I say I have a sequence of n and n is from 1 to 10, then that means it is 1 2 3 up to n if n is natural number. So that way you can define, and then the sequence can be taken in different way. It can be uh, like integer form, just integer. We want to take the sequence of integer, or we want to take a sequence of some real numbers, and then by how much difference we want to divide it. So that way we can make use of it. So basically there are some in that syntax we need to give from to by or sometimes length. So dividing on what is needed according to the problem. So in that way we can divide. Okay. So sequence is basically like you can define it in increment decrement. Let's see how we define it. Like till now we have not defined the sequence uh, with the real numbers kind of thing. So if I want to define some sequence like 1.67 to 5.8, let's say, then it will do just plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, and in that way it will define a sequence. So you can see that it will do up to 5.67, and when 5.67 after that 6.67 is greater than 5.8, so it will not write it. So it will do according to the first one, right? So that you need to remember. If I have 1.67 to 5.8, uh, it may also have happened that you have 5.8, 4.8, and then 1.8, but it doesn't work like that. uh, Now let's say if I have uh, minus 5.8 and then 1.6, uh, then you can see that it will do from minus 5.8 minus 4.8 because it is in negative. So what what needs to remember here is that just if you have a real line, sorry, you have here 0, uh, so the sequence will always be defined in this direction. Okay. So since minus 5.8 will be somewhere here and minus 1.67 will be somewhere here, it will always be defined in this direction. And so if I will define it in this direction, it will be 1.67, 2.67, and so on. If I will define in this direction, it will be minus 5.8, minus 4.8, and so on. So it all depends whether you are taking the positive direction or negative direction. Okay. Uh, so again, what we have learned in the last class, we have already did some example of sequence one to this, and then divide by which we want to divide. If we want to divide by two, then we can divide. Uh, so here, if I write sequence, uh, let's say from 1 to 10 by uh, 3, okay, then it will do 1 4 3 7 10, just addition. What else we can do is that we can make use of variable here. So what we can do is that, let's say x is equal to uh, x is equal to 4, okay, and then we can do it like this, that sequence uh, from x to uh, let's say 7.9 x and y, uh, let's say y um, 2 by x, right? So what it has done is that, so by, because 2 by x means zero point 0.5, right? So it is 4, 4.5, and 7.9 times x is times x is basically 31.6. So it will do up to 31.5. So that way you can do is like that key. If you are not sure, let's say your x is changing with time, okay, or in, like in any data your x is changing, uh, and the from to by, every values, all the values are depending on that particular x, okay. So that way you can like to use this sequence function, uh, is like here when we were giving just numbers. So sequence is basically what, they have defined sequence as a function, right, in which we are putting the value. So if you have some x which is varying, and then this function is dependent on x, then you can make use of this. So that was sequence. uh, the next, so we have seen increment, decrement, so increment and decrement, and then by predefined variable. So predefined variable is basically you can define the x or y or anything, and then you can also save it here. uh, let's say I want to save it here, and x is similar one, uh, y is equal to 2 by x, let's say. Then we can do this, like y is saved now, then we can do a lot of operations in the y. Let's say I want to find this square root of all these numbers. So we don't need to write square root of this every time, we can just save it in this number, and then we can see what is the square root of y or any other function. And the next thing is that, what is the index vector? Okay, so index vector is basically, we want to assign these numbers. Okay, so if I have any sequence, and then I want to access the number of this sequence, then what I do is that we can assign it. So the y, let's say the y we have, uh, if I write sequence, sorry, uh, okay. So if I will write sequence along by, that means this will be 1, 2, 3 up to 56 numbers. So we have in total 56 numbers, and this is the sequence along by. So if I want to access uh, by, of index, uh, and then I need to save it like here. What is the index of it? So let's say I want to write save it as or z. Let's say I have saved it as z sequence long equal to y, right? So what is y z 3, right? So this is uh, 5. uh, Now you can see, let me just print y again, so you can see that this is 5. So this particular expression can be a bit confusing, so that you need to remember how we are defining it. So again, uh, y is basically sequence, right? So y is basically a sequence. So whatever its values are, uh, let's say a1, a2, a3 up to a56. Uh, when we write sequence along equal to y, it will just give index to each and every number, and it will give 1, 2, 3 up to 56. So if I will write it y z 2, then it will give the value along with 2, that will be a2. Okay. So here it is like, it's if I will just write it y, or let's say y3, right? So if I will write y3 and if I will write yz3, then the answer is same, right? Because we have written z sequence along equal to y. Okay, so yz3 and y3 are same because it is indexing it according to the y along with the y. But if it will sequence it along some other number, then it can be like a bit confusing. So uh, let's say uh, I'm writing y1 is equal to the square root of y. Okay. Uh, Now let's say uh, z1 is equal to sequence along y. Okay. So now z1 you know, y1 you know, right? If I will write y of z1 of 3, then it is 5 again because y and z1 are in the same, right? So y1 and z1, because y and y1 are, they have same kind of indexing, right? So in the next we will see if we will do the indexing in different form, then how it can change the answer. Okay. There will be, I think, some questions. uh, which one of the following? Okay, so we will see some questions regarding that, and then uh, yeah, like here. So y x of 4. Okay, so then you need to find x4 and then y4. So take it like, uh, you may remember we used to do fogx, right? That was fgx, right? So what was that? That was basically giving the gx value inside and then operating the fx. So if I will try to solve this example, okay, so let's say I am removing all these so that it will not create any problem. I have removed all the variable right now. Uh, so let's say x is equal to c, and then 57146 7 6, and then 3298 3298 is equal to c, 25 77 35 77 8 20 21 26 96 90, right? So these are x and y. Now if I will write y x 4, right? So it has given 140. If I will write y x 8 x 8, it will give me 90. So let's just see what's going on. So I have given x and y. So y x 4 will be what? So y x 4. So all you need to do is that solve the inside one. So inside one x 4 is basically 4. Right? So now we want y 4. So y 4 is 140. Y 4 is here 140. Now similarly y x 8. So y x 8 is, this one is 4 5 6 7 8. So this one is 9. So y 9 is, this one is 4 5 6 7 8 9. So y 9 is 19, right? So but if I will write the opposite one, let's say x uh, y 1, then it will give me na. Why it is giving me na? Because x y1. So y1 is basically x, y1 is 25. So x25 is not known because for x the indexing is up to 8. So y x25 is not present, so it is an a, right? So this way the answer is this. Now you can try up to on your own. Otherwise it's just that you need to remember the way we have used this fgx function of fgx. That means we need to solve firstly gx, and then we need to put f and that value. So is it clear? Oh, okay. I hope it is clear. If it is not clear, then you can ask question, or you can just try 1 2 questions on your own, and then let me know whether you are able to do it or not. So that was regarding the index vector. Okay. We will see, I think, in here in the time when we will do sort and order and all, and then we will see if we will order it in a decreasing form and increasing form, then we can make use of this along more. Okay. Okay. The next one is now by the system we can generate this time and date. Okay. So if I just want to give it the date of my system, then all I need to write is that syst date and then this. So the date is 10 September 2024. If I want it with along with time, then it will give me date and time, and this one is zone. So IST, because the India, for India it is this IST. So this one is just date. Now if I want the date and time, and then I want to print some sequence of date and time, then we can use this operator. And to use that, uh, we all you need to write is that sequence. So firstly, what we can do is that we can sometimes define the date already, and then we can take this like we have defined date in a variable, and then we can just add on regarding the length or y, or otherwise we can do is that sequence date, and then the date you need to remember is that this is the format. So the format you can is that. Okay. So, so here we are. So they, let's say we want it from 2024 and 8 and from second. Okay. So as dot date, as dot date you need to write for defining this date, and then as dot date up to which you want to define. So 2024, let's say we want to define it up to uh, 0, uh, 10 and 3. So this is, and then by you need to give, you need to define it by years, days, or numbers. So that will depend how it will come. So if I will write by days, so days means it will give for every day. So this one is days. If you want to define these same by months, then you can define it by months. So let's say I'm copying it till now there, and then y is equal to uh, months. Then it will just give me to uh, August, to September, and to October. If I will write a similar one by uh, years, then it will just give me this one, because for the next one it will be 25, and it is uh, the end one is better than 2nd August 2025. So it will just give me the first one. So these are three ways you can define. So whether you want the sequence by days, by months, by years, that you can see. Now one more thing that you need to remember, like regarding all these syntax, is that when you do it, it seems like, yeah, it is just days, months, and years, but then you need to remember what you need to give, like as dot date. Like you cannot write just date here, you need to give it inside as dot date, or like anything, I mean just small details. That's it. So this was one way. So we have, what we have done is that we have just given from, by, from, to, and by. Okay, from, to, and by. So next we can define, like we can make use of length. So if I will do let's say 2024 uh, 8 and 0 2, and I will write by is equal to years, and this length is equal to, let's say, 7. Then if I will run it, it will be this. The similar one, if I will do pi is equal to uh, months, then it will give me it has given me 24 5 6 up to 2030, and here it will give me August, September, October, November, December, and then for the 25 is January, February. If I will write again by days, then it will give me 2nd August, 3rd August, and up to 8 August. So here before, like previously, we have made use of just from to, and then we have done it with by. So again, all you can do is that rather than from, you can make, you write it as to, and then use this length in by and days. uh, the next thing we can do is that we can define these as a start date or end date. So I'm writing S1 as a start date. So that I don't need to write these dates again and again, and then we can do some uh, sequencing. So I will write as start date, let's say 2023, and then here 03 and then 01, and end date by E1. uh, 2024, so 06. Then we can define a lot of sequences here. uh, let's say I want to define S1, E1, and pi. Now it is not always that you need to give it days or months. You can give it like two 2 months, so it will break the sequence into the two like into uh, 2 months. It will increase by 2 months. Similarly, we can do for the negative one also. So if I will write for the negative one, you need to write the end date firstly and then start date later. uh, by -3 months, right? So it will be like uh, the, the end date was 4 6, so it is 4 6 and then 4 3 and 4 12, etc., right? So this one was regarding uh, so it was months, years, sequence. Okay. So this was sequence of basically uh, okay, so we will later on see some questions on this sequence. Okay. So we are done with this. Now the next thing is that generating the sequence of dates we have seen already. Now this generating the sequence of letters. So alphabets. So basically, the letters is the letters. This command is will give us uh, the small letters, and the capital one will give us the capital letters. So this letters, so you can easily access this by uh, letters and letters, small and capital. And then you can, if you want it like from 3 to 10, then we have from C to up to J. So this is all you need to do is that you need to remember. So for the small, just write letters in a small. For the capital, just write capitals, letters in the capital, and there is like kind of nothing to remember. And we will see some questions later regarding that. One more thing, like since you have letters, we all know we have 26 letters. So if you will write 27, it will give any because it is defined up to uh, 26, 1 to 26. So this was all regarding the sequence. The next thing is that repeat. So repeat when you use this is very basic, firstly very simple, but sometimes in time and each we get confused. So we will see how we can like deal with that. So firstly we can take some help and then we can see. uh, so uh, you can see here you can define in this way x times, so you can define in how many times, or you can write like what is the length of that. So here are some example that you can define. uh, they have given the list directly. We will see firstly by one numeric and then we will see how it can be defined. So if I will write repeat 3 4, so 3, and it is you can consider 4 as a length also, or you can consider 4 as a times also. So if I will write repeat 1 to 4 and then 4 times, so it will be 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3. If I will write uh, 1 to 4, uh, each is equal to 4. Now there is a difference. If I will write 4, just 4, and if I will write uh, sorry, uh, times equal to 4. So times equal to 4. So if I will write just 4, that means it is taking 4 as a times, not as each, right? So for r, it is like it is understandable to r, or it is considering it like this, that for times it will if I will not give each times any of this command, then it will consider it as times. Or if I will give each, then what it will do is that it will give 1 1 1 1 2 2 2 2. So it will print the command by every by 4. Now what you can do is that 1 to 4, and then times also you can write like times. You can give uh 3 4 5 6, so 3 to 6. uh, Now what it has done is that it has repeated this one uh, by 1 2 3 4, and here you can see it has worked like this. If I will write 1 to 4 and each is equal to 3 to 6, then each is not working here. So first element used of each. So what is happening here, when you are writing each and times and giving one value, then each is giving each is applying to first numeric and then second one and then third one and then fourth one. And for the times it is just giving the whole series this times, this number of times. But if you will give times a series, then it is kind of behaving like each. So it is firstly doing this for the first it is repeating it 3 times, and then for the second one it is repeating 4 times. The next, if you will see, we are trying to do each here. then it is what it is doing is that it is doing the first one three times, the second one it has done three times, the third one it has done three times, and the fourth one also it has done three times. It has used just the first one. So let me just write all these things. So if you will not give any, then it will consider it as times. Right? For the each, it will print each number, uh, each number uh, like four times. Right? If I will give times, then it will print a whole list four times. If I will give this, it will print all uh, each each number according to array of array of times, right? And if I will do this, it will uh, repeat each number by first element of each, right? So I hope this is clear. If it is not, then you can ask. uh, I will repeat it. Okay. So these are like these are, I said already, these are like syntax are very basic, but sometimes it may be confusing, right? Because the last one, when you do each 3 to 6, you kind of expect this one, right? Because we think that each is that first number will be repeated three times, second one will be repeated this times, and etc etc, but it is not happening. It is working on times, and when we are giving each, it is working like that. Even times, and for times we have not thought about it. We have, like, for times, it in four, it just print the whole array four times. So if I'm giving times 3 to 6, it should, I mean, the way it should work is that it will repeat the first one, like the whole array three times, and then whole array four times, etc. I mean, but it is working like this. So uh, this you need to remember that how it is working, because if it will come as MCQ, then it can be a little confusing part. So here we have given times and each separately, right? What if we will give times and each in one part? If I will write repeat uh, 1 to 5, let's say, and times is equal to 3, and each is equal to 4. Then it has firstly done each and then times. Now if I will do 1 to 5 similar, and if I will write each firstly, each and times is equal to 3, then it will behave in the same way. So we have the answer of this question. So times and each, if we have both together, then which one works first? So no matter how you give it, repeat this times each. This one is equal to repeat each times, right? And here each works firstly, right? So each works firstly and then times work no matter how you give it. Uh, then we have done it already. Repeat the different number of times. So, or you can write times, or you can just write it like this, like 1 to 5, and then 4 to 8. So it will just print 1 4 times, 2 5 times, and then the fifth one 8 times. Right? Now for the second one, what we can do is that we can make use of array also. We can make use of sequence also for the first one, also for the second ones, until unless the length is same. So let's say I'm writing a sequence 1.3, 1.4, uh, length is equal to 4, uh, y is equal to 2. Okay, and the next one is y sequence uh, 3, uh, length is equal to 4, and y is equal to 3. Right? And I want to repeat this x by y number of times. So x was this, y was this. So x is repeated, 1.4 is repeated 3 times, 3.4 is repeated 6 times, and 5.4 is repeated 9 times, and 12 is repeated 7.4 times. But what if we do y comma x? Then uh, what it has done is that uh, we want to repeat y by x, but now x is in this format: 1.4, 3.4, 5.4, 7.4. So you can see is that it has considered x in the integer form. So x as 1, and then 3, and then 5, and then 7. So what it has done is that it has first rounded off this x, and then it has done this operation on y. So for the x, for the times, it has done firstly this round off of x. So round off of x is 1, 3, 5, 7. So it has repeated y, 3 by 1, 6 by uh, 3, 9 by 5, and then 12 by 7. So this way also you can make use of sequence and then repetition. Okay. So this was regarding this sequence. Now we can do that repetition on like matrix, and then on list, on array, on like matrix also we can define like diagonally, and then in the different way. So we will see this, and then we can repeat it on list, and like this was just a list of this numerics, and then we can make use of in characters, in letters, whatever we have seen. So like we can repeat this, let's say letters, and then 5 to 10, and then we want to repeat it by 3. So it will repeat this array, this whole array by 3 times, and then you can use like each also, and depending on that. uh, the other thing is that uh, if we will take length, uh, length on one number, it will give this. But if I will write, let's say, letters 5 to 10, and uh, length is equal to, let's say, uh, 30, then it will give me E2 up to J, and then E2 up to J, and then E, because E2 up to J is that 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then 1 2 3 4 5 6, and in the end it is E. So it will just do the repetition until the length, that length is achieved, and at the point that that length is achieved, it will not, it will cut off all whole array. So if it does not look clear exactly, say 14, 19, 2, and then length is equal to 19. Then it will write 14, 19, 2, 14, 19, 2, and up because it is 3. So 19, that means 18, up to 18 it will repeat, and for the last one it will be just 14. So that way length works for the repeat. Okay. So repeat is done basically. The next one is sorting. So sorting is basically, whenever we have any array or uh, any basically year, then we want to see what is the, like, let's say if your data is distributed here and there, then the first thing we generally do is that sorting. We want to do the sorting, and then we want to see this minimum, maximum, the range kind of thing, and a lot of. So sorting, I think when we do in like basic languages like C, then you need to make a command. So here R is like already, uh, it has all the commands already. So if I will give, let's say, any random sequence. Okay. So if I will write 18, 30, 6, 19, 20, 17, and then that's 6. Okay, 6 is not there. Let's say, right? And if I will write sort y, then it will sort in this form: 6, 8, 17, 18, 19, etc. So you can see that it has sorted it into the increasing form. So by default it is increasing, but we can give decreasing equal to true. So decreasing equal to true means it will just sort all this in increasing or decreasing order. So depending on the word, we can take increasing and decreasing. Okay. Uh, the next thing is that we want this order. What is the order of y? So order of y is basically, again, if I will write order of y decreasing equal to true, then the order will be changed. Uh, Now let's just see how it is working. So this one is y. Let me write it: 18, 30, 6, 19, 20, 78. Okay, so the if you will do order decreasing equal to true, if I will not give, then that means it is considering it in increasing order. So it will consider it. What is the minimum of it? This one will give one number. Then the second one is this. Then the third one is this, I think. Then this one is it has given 1, 2, 6, 7. This one, 17, 8. So it is 1, 2, how it is 3, so 4. Wait a minute. This one, and then this one is 2, and then this one should be 3, this should be 4, and then 5, and 5, and then 6, and then 7. It should be like this. 5 decreasing, and the 30 is 5. Give me a minute. I need to check. Let me take some other series. So x is equal to 10, 14, 18, and then 7, 4, 14 I have taken already, 20, and then 19. X is this. What is power of x? So it is select x. Okay, so for x this is 10, 14, 7, 4. So the 4 is this, doing it opposite, I think. So, sure. Then it is 1, 2. Ah, okay. Okay. So x is 10, 14, um, x is 10, 14, 18, 7, 4, 20, 19.
Ma'am, if you give the numbering, it's so easy.
Okay. Yeah, so I was actually trying to give number to all this, uh like uh,
Like you can take number 10 as 1, 14 as 2,
okay.
and then you apply the order function. It is easy to understand how we got output.
Okay, so if I will give this number, uh okay, uh, then what would be order, like, uh okay, so it is giving 5 and then 4. Yeah, right. Okay, sorry, I think I have not got this point. Okay, so okay, I'm sorry. So this is how it is working. It is not giving the order in this way. It is giving the orders to the numbers. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it is giving that, like, which one is in the order. I mean, it is firstly giving this orders. And thank you, actually. Uh, I was confused here. So this one is order, and then if I write order of y, then it will write like the y is 6, 8, and then 17. So it is giving order like 3, 6, 7, and let me just write it. It is 6, 7, 17, 18, 19, 20, and then 30. So it is giving the order like firstly 3, and then I think 7, then 6, then 1.
Yes,
So
ma'am,
it
you're
is,
right. You're right, ma'am.
and 4. Yeah, I wasn't right, but someone made me correct. Okay, so that was the order kind of thing. And again, then when y is decreasing is true, then the sort of y, and then you can do the ordering according to that. Okay, okay. So that way you can order, uh, and the next one is mode. So mode, we have already gone through the mode. What is mode? So basically, if it is numeric, if it is vector of numbers, if it is a list, if it is a data frame. So a lot of thing, I think, in the very starting, when we were seeing that what are the inbuilt functions, then we have seen that, uh, is there any issue?
Ma'am, can I clarify my doubt with respect to mode?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Ma'am, from the lecture video, we came to know that mode gives us the data type. Am I right?
Yeah.
Then, can you tell me what is the difference between mode and class function? Because we have class also which gives the data type.
Mode and class function. Okay.
If you want, you can try with one example. I'll just tell you one example, ma'am. But mode and class both are giving the same data type, like data type only. But I just want to know what is a specialty of mode.
Okay, let's just see. uh, uh, so this is a mode, a kind of type, and
Okay.
we'll write uh, this class. Then uh, this what is a class? So the class of x is numeric, and then the class inherits class by class 2 by double numeric. Okay, how it is different? Which can we use this method dispatch that takes class based on class of the first argument to this. So class unclass the value class of x is equal to this. Uh, okay, let's just take something. Uh, so uh, if I will write mode and then equal to different so I n and then it is character. If I will write class and the same it is also giving character.
Ma'am, I got a query here from your example.
Uh,
Usually we represent C using vectors, no ma'am, vectors.
yeah.
But here you have taken C like in and out. So if you apply the class function, it should be a vector, no ma'am. I like it's showing like character here.
Uh,
Like do we have any speciality in R that the character should be given?
Uh, no, but I think like if I will give it in the list form, uh, then it will give me. But otherwise, if I have defined it this form, then inside we are giving the character. So it is basically finding this mode of the inside one, right? So if I will give 1, 2, 3, then the mode will be numeric. I mean, what is the mode of the inside one, right? The array. What is the mode of array? So what kind of we are giving? If okay, we can like try some examples.
Ma'am, can you take my example once?
Yeah,
Mode of
mode of
mode of a C of
C of
in the double quote you give ABC,
okay
comma 1, 2, 3.
in the double
No,
quote.
no, no double quotes, no double quotes. Normal 1, 2, 3. No, no,
Okay,
it's like 1, 2, 3.
so I have given
Okay, okay,
okay.
okay, ma'am. And suppose if you reverse the command like C of mode of 1, 2, 3 dot 4, 1, 2, 3 dot 4,
Dot 4.
comma in the double quotes you give like ABC.
That's it.
Yeah, it's showing like character, ma'am. If you enter that, if you execute that command, you will get character. Can you
Yeah.
tell me that, suppose in the previous example, the first input we have taken is ABC, which is
Yeah.
given in double quotes, so it's character. But in the second example, we have given ABC in double quotes like second argument.
Yeah.
But again, it's giving character. Do we have any precedence here, like characters to be given highest priority when compared with numerics or numbers?
Uh, mm, uh, I have no idea for that. Sorry, but
Sorry, ma'am.
maybe it is considering it like 1, 2, 3 also like as in character, or maybe because we cannot operate exactly the whole command in the whole array, so it is considering it as the list character one, all as characters. I mean, maybe I do not have idea about that. So
Ma'am, actually, order should be first is the character and then number.
yeah,
That's
like
it.
there are a lot of packages in R which like when R is updating, they are trying to remove it because it is not executing in a way it is supposed to be executed, right? So
Yes, ma'am.
one example was that, like, the AND operator. So it was supposed to work like that, like for single one, but it was not working like that. So R has removed that double AND operator for the whole array part. The other one, I think, the mean or something we have done in starting. I don't remember exactly. So the mean of, if I will write 4356. So the mean is giving as 2, and if I will write mean C, 2456, 5 6, right? Then it is giving the mean. So like, this is kind of a mistake. If I will write mean of 2456, either it should give an error, or it should not command, like, run execute it, or it should like give something like error or warning message or something like that. But it is executing, just if I will write mean of this, it will give 2. If I will write mean C, it will give me the correct mean. So there are a lot of packages in R which does not give the result which we want to give it, like we want it, right? So that, like, with the updates they are improving it. So I don't know, it is one of them maybe.
Ma'am,
Like,
one
by
last question.
by default, like,
Okay.
it should not consider it 1 2 3.4 etc as a character. And even if this, it should give it like character and etc. But the way it is designed, like, when we design something, there can be some error, so it is designed like this. So maybe.
Thank you.
Ma'am, one last question.
Yeah, you can ask as many questions, that is not a problem, that is why we are here, I mean.
But please don't mind. I'm just trying. If I execute now, I'm getting the output. But I just don't understand that how we got that character there. That's it, ma'am. One last question, ma'am. You have slides when sir was dealing with the concept of lists, now, ma'am. List. So there he has created two matrices. Okay, he has taken the example of two matrices,
Okay.
and he changed the value of one numeric to character.
Yeah.
Then if you apply mode function of it, what will what output will get? Like will get like matrix or will get like character?
If they are if R is giving the priority to this, like, if R is, I don't think so there is any like
Ma'am,
matrix kind of
probably
mode.
these type of questions only will get in the exam, ma'am, final exam.
Yeah, so all you need to do is that you need to play with R a little bit. So when I say play with R, I mean you need to like when we have done repetition, etc. So we have seen that it is not giving what we were thinking in times or in each. So sometimes we need to like remember all those things. We need to point out those things that it is working like this. So it is not
Yes,
always
ma'am.
like, when you do it as a whole project, so it will not happen like this. But afterward also there are like literally a lot of problems. Even if you do some simple, like finding the root problem, then there will be error like infinite, it is going to infinite. So it happens all the time with me in terms of coding.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
R is very case sensitive, and it happens a lot with it. But it's like R, Python, any you use, it may happen. Okay. So
Okay, ma'am.
I think like, you can go through all this, and then you can see that how it is working for that, and then just note down for the exam, I think. So these were, I think, some uh, things like sort, order, uh, mode, and then the list. Uh, so the list is basically, we have already seen how do we define a list. Uh, so uh, okay, the matrix one. What is the thing is that if you have a matrix, and in the general form of matrix, you can write uh, this. You can do a lot of what to say, mathematical operations. You can do the multiplication according to obviously its dimension. You can do the multiplication, division at, I mean multiplication by the inverse of it, the transpose, I think this can be done here also, and then summation and etc etc. All right, summation, subtraction, etc. You can do, but if you will replace, as you have said already, if you will replace one particular uh, by value by a character, then we cannot execute those type of commands. Okay, so if I will write the matrix, let's say this is equal to matrix, and we are trying to do here the small one, just encode is equal to 2, and uh, data is from 1 to 4, and let's say y row is equal to 2, and then I'm taking x2 matrix, so is equal to 2 and core is equal to 2. Data is from 4, 5, 6. So 5 divided to 8 we can take. Then y row is equal to, let's say, false. Uh, then we have x1, x2. So we know that we can do the operations like x1 plus x2, x1 minus x2, and then inverse, etc. But if I will replace x1 to 1, right now it is 3. uh, if I will replace x1 to 1, or maybe to 2, uh, by, let's say, then x1 is this, and then you cannot do any kind of operation, mathematical operation, because it is non-numeric argument to this. So we cannot do any mathematical operations if we make
Ma'am,
use.
can you check the mode of X1?
It is character. If I check x2, I think it should be numeric. Yes. So it is, because matrix is not a mode, right? So if I will write mode of x1 or x2, so matrix does not come under the mode. Similarly, like c, etc etc, if I will write, so it will give the inside one, right? So these are the entries, so it will give mode according to the entries. So if I will have one character entry, then it will give character. If I have all the like all the numeric entries, it will give numeric.
Ma'am, can you give a command like class of X2?
uh, Class of x. It is matrix array. Okay, so here you can find the difference. So matrix is a class, it is not a mode. And then class of x1, if I will write, then also it is matrix array.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, so the next one is that we can do this listing of x1 and uh, x2. So it will just do this listing. So if I will write this as z is equal to list of x1 comma x2, then z is this. If I will write z1, it will give this. If I will write Z double quote 1, then it will give me this double quote 1, right? So it will give this matrix. So we can make list out of this two matrix. So then we can see some examples. uh, so in the
Ma'am,
list basically, okay, yeah, say you were saying something.
can you find the mode of Z?
It is a list because we have defined it as a list, right? Here.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
So what I was trying to say is that it is not just about this combining. The matrix list is basically you can give and it is like same order, right? But the list can be like it can be of the one part, like this one is basically what, list x1 x2, so z1 we have, so we can have z2. So inside list you can give the different kind of entries. Different kind of entries means the entries with different modes, etc. So the first one you can give it as like a character string. The second one you can give the numeric one. The third one you can give the matrix one. The fourth one you can give it as a data frame, and etc etc. So the inside list you can give different kind of entries, and those we will see in terms of solving these examples, right? uh, so uh, let's see some examples. So this was uh, y sequence along x. So y is sequence along x. So in the starting of the class, we have gone through the sequence. So you can do this on your own. And let me know.
Option 1, madam.
Yeah, it is option one. So what it will do is that it will just give this uh, y sequence along x. That means it will just give it 1 2 3 4 up to 9. So we work like this. This question we have solved already. Uh, the next one. This one also we have solved, but that time it wasn't. I have not gone through the sequences, and then I have not gone through this y and then inside bracket part. So you can try it again. It is y2 to 8.
Option one.
Okay. So y2 to 8 is basically the y from 25 to 35, and then uh, uh, y is from 25 to 35, and then 25. So in 26 will be the second one, and up to 32 will be the eighth one, and then this one.
Ma'am, option 2, I think so. Like minus is given now.
Yeah, so it is basically
We need to only
uh, it is basically all the y values, uh, and then
Except
uh, remove all the y values, remove all the y values from 2 to 8. So the values remain will be 25, 33, 34, and 35. The next one is from repetition. Let's not go into that. Let's go firstly for this. Uh, or we can do the repeat one also first. Okay. Okay. So this one, if I want to repeat 10 to 7 times 2. So it is times. So for the times, which one will be true?
Option A.
Option A. It is times is 10 9 8 7 10 9 8 7. If I will write each, then
option B, ma'am.
option B. It will be
B.
each. So 8 8 7 7 6 6. Uh, next one.
Option A.
Option A. So it does the each command firstly, each first, and then times. This one. So if you want to have the gap of 2 months, uh, and you want to generate uh, first February from 1st February and these 5 dates.
Option A.
So it is as dot date firstly this by 2 months, and then length out is 5. So this will be the answer. Next one. Yeah, I forgot actually. There are weeks also. I have just given day, months, and years. I think so. There is option of weeks also. Uh,
Option A.
okay, so there is date and then by weeks and then length out is 6. So option A. Next one.
Option A.
As the date. Uh, okay, yeah, because it is doing bi-weekly dates, and then from 10 May, so 10 May, 2 weeks, and then length out is 4. The next one is
Option C.
uh, just option C. So do not confuse, this one will not be the answer, right? We need to give the numeric. Next one. So it is capital firstly and then 8 to 12. So you can see which one is 8.
Option A.
Okay. Uh, the next one is that repeat by times. So here by row is false, right? So it will give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and sorry, yeah, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6.
Option
Option
A.
A, ma'am.
Okay, so repeat
Option A.
system.
Option A.
See again, by row is true here. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? No. Yeah. And row is 2. So it will be uh, option A or option D. Okay. Let us do
Option
this.
A should be meant triple one, triple three, then triple five.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
Okay.
can you execute it in the R?
Yeah. I think we
There is a
can.
bit confusion here.
If it will do just the data wise, I think if it will do just the data wise, it should be this one. Uh, let's just see. And row is 3 and 4 is 2. Data is 1 to 6, and then 5 row is equal to 2. X is this, and then repeat x. How many numbers is that? Uh, s- each equal to 3. So okay, so here it should be 1133 uh 555. Let me do so 111333 555 222 444 666. uh 3 6. Okay, so this will be the answer.
Yes, ma'am. As per the syntax, you are correct, ma'am.
Yeah. So I think the options written are not correct. Any of these are not correct. This one
Not
is
by
correct.
both.
So this one is just writing in this one group, etc. The corrected form. Otherwise, everything is same. Uh, so
Option A.
option A, because it will do the each command firstly. Uh, so it will be group one, group two, and then group one, group two, group two. So firstly each and then times. Here there is just sorting by decreasing equal to true. So you need to write it in the decreasing order. So I think there's just C1.
Option
C.
C.
Yeah. So 85 is the maximum one. 85 is the correct one. Order of this. So it was confusing again. So I will write it 45, 85, 24, 63, 72. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4,
Option B.
5. Okay. The decreasing was false, right? So the y would be uh, in increasing order. So it will be like 24, 45, 63, 72, and 45. Right? So I
Option
think it
C.
will be 3 and then 1 and then 4, then 5, 2. Okay, so C1 will be correct because decreasing is false here, right? Uh, is there any questions? In exam, will be allotted to use our software?
No, ma'am. No,
No.
no, ma'am. They won't give.
I don't know.
We need to depend only on the syntax.
Okay. I have no idea. I mean, I'm just for the problem solving session. That the TAs for that work are different, so you need to write it in the discussion forum or mail to
No,
NPT
ma'am. They
or
won't give.
something.
100% they won't give, ma'am.
Huh,
We need
because
to
otherwise the
concentrate on the.
answers of all these we are doing, I mean, it will be known already.
Yes, yes. We need to concentrate on the syntax and semantics.
Huh, otherwise, you will write it and use it in the R and you get the answer already. Okay, so this one is okay.
Ma'am, it's character only. Character.
And we have true also. So then also is it connector? Let's just see.
It's character, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, but let's just execute. So mode C. Uh, oh,
Maybe it might be wrong, ma'am. Please don't mind.
no,
Because, but
that's
my experience says that it's character.
I actually I have not worked a lot in this, especially mode function. So I don't remember exactly. But let's just do 5 and then 2. Okay, so it is correct. Okay, so it is corrected. I don't know. I will go through this and I will see if there is any kind of hierarchy order. So if there is any kind of hierarchy, that if they have any character and then they will go give the whole mode as character. So it can be a case. So I will
Okay,
go
ma'am.
through that and see. Okay. The next one is soonest of following is
Ma'am, character. It's also character, ma'am.
yeah, because we are writing in this form.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
The next one is that x2 and then the fourth.
I think option D.
Okay, so firstly, x2 is basically a sequence from 10 to 20. Uh, no, x2 is what? This one is x1, this one is x2. How x2 of 4 is
The
this?
option A maybe of
Option A. X2 is this one is list. If I will write x2, this should be the x2, isn't it? Just write this. X is equal
Ma'am,
to
it's 13, ma'am. Answer is 13.
okay.
Once check it, ma'am.
Yeah. So answer is 13 B. But let me just write it so that it will be clear. Right. So first one is red, blue, green. Red, blue, green. This one is the first list. The second part of list is sequence from 10 to 20, and then the last one is repeat 7 to 9, each each equal to 2. So this one is x. Now if I will write this x2, so it is this sequence. If I will write x2 and then 4, then the answer will be 13. So x2 is basically this second of list, right? So when I'm saying x2 here, so x2 is the second of list. So which I was pointing out earlier, this one is second of list, and then in this you have 10, 11, 12, 13, etc. So the fourth of this one is 13. So 13 will be the answer. So you if it is confusing, then you can go through some like you can make some questions on your own in list, and then you can try. Here, like if you have x2 1, here it will be different.
Null, option D.
Uh, no. Okay, let's just see in the same example. If I will write x double quote 2, if I will write x2, then it is giving me this. And then x2, you know this inside. So x2, 1, then it will give me this whole sequence, right? So if you will write x double bracket 2 and then 1, then there is a different, because when you are writing x double 2, then you are basically answering this 10 to 20, right? Basically you are having a array. But if I will write x2, then it is giving me that it is a part of list. And again when you will give 1, and then you can basically x2 and then double quote 1, or x3 double quote 1 is similar as x double 2. So if I will write uh, x2 1, it is similar as this, right? Because this x is containing these lists s1, s2, s3. So if you will write x2, or if you will write x1, then also if I will write x1, then it will give this. If I will write x1, this. And if I will write x1 and then 1, so it will give me this value. But if I will write x1 and then the second, then there will be a problem, right?
Ma'am, basically this is giving the like a first row, first vector.
Yeah. So
If you are writing two,
hmm,
then it's not a like second line. We don't have any value. That's why it's giving error.
yeah. So we have, like, for the list, if I will write x1, x2, x3, then they all have x double bracket 1, x double bracket 1, x double bracket 1. It doesn't have, like, the list we have inside list, there are three parts. But once I'm accessing one list, then there are no parts. Then I can access it just by one number. I do not need
Okay.
to use this.
So, ma'am, like if we have created a list not in a like not in a one row, it's like a two or three. So if we are giving x1 on then like a double quotes two, so in that case it not be a error.
Yeah, if you will give list inside a list, and then you
Hmm.
can access in this way. Then you can access x1 2 also, because it will again inside one list.
Okay, thank you.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Ma'am, in the context of list, when can we use dollar symbol?
When can we use
Dollar symbol, dollar.
dollar symbol? Uh, I don't know. I mean, in the character, I think you can use uh, inside a character. You can use. I mean, I did not get exactly the point.
Ma'am, suppose in the place of double bracket, double square bracket, can we use
Oh,
dollar symbol?
oh, okay. Dollar symbol. Okay, like X this, right? No, I mean, I don't know. For data frame, I know you can access the rows and etc. But for this list, I don't know. You can use that. X dollar.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Uh, because okay, so when you work in our course, then it shows exactly. It's not one. It's maybe something else. I don't know dollar, and then it will show like here I don't know it shows or not, but if I will do in our course, then it will show X dollar. If I will put, then it will show all the list or all the like whatever the entries it will show, and then on that we can use the dollar sign. Like if you have basically the metrics, when we use the metrics, you if you use the dollar sign, you get the attributes. So it will depend uh, I don't know the attributes of all the list, etc. So in the R course, if you will see, it will give you automatically uh, like what are the, if there is anything you can use with that dollar sign, it will give you already,
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Okay.
so you can access that. Okay. So this one is basically the clear one. What can be its answer?
Ma'am, option B only, ma'am. According to my knowledge, because I have practiced in assignment also. Even though we have double quotes, okay. So I think option B only, ma'am. It is not like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay. Do we have the similar question here? Okay. So here it is already in the double quote. So it will be YC is already 10, 20, 30.
Yeah,
Yeah.
option C. Hmm.
Then here we can see again. Uh, say y is equal to list. Y is equal to orange. B is equal to 10, and C is equal to 1 plus 2. It is giving like this 5, 6, 7, 8. And here you can see you can access this file. P, if I will write, then it will not give me anything. If I will write Y double quote P, then it is giving me 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Ma'am, we got the dollar symbol there. Have you observed it?
Huh?
We
Yeah,
got the dollar symbol there. Have you observed it?
yeah. So you can access in this way. I don't know, maybe you can access Y double B. Yeah, so you can access this way. So basically, when we have assigned inside the list, then we can use this sign.
Ma'am, where can we drop our questions, ma'am? Suppose if we got some other questions, where can we drop the questions?
Uh, Let me see. I think there is one discussion form where you can stop the questions. Uh, I don't remember exactly where was it, but there was for sure a discussion form or something. Uh, no, it's not here. About the course question answer. Yeah, in question answer you can go through this. Here you can go Q&A, and here you have question answer. So you can put the oh my god, there are a lot of questions.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, okay.
Okay. I will also go through it and see if I can answer some questions. Uh, because these questions generally do not come to me. I mean, I can access it because I have enrolled in the course like you have enrolled, nothing else. Uh, but they generally give it, and I think Prashant is TA for this. So Prashant is a person who is TA for this uh, course basically. So he will give you all the answers like regarding the question pattern, etc., etc. And if you have any query regarding the assignment, so I cannot solve the assignment whole, but I can try solve like clearing your doubt, so you can see in there. um, and I will see if I can answer it here also. Okay. Okay, so it was all for the today's class. If you have any doubts, you can ask. If uh, there are no questions, then I will end the class now.
Okay,
Yes.
ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you all for joining this class. Um, okay. Okay. So we will meet in the next Tuesday.